Welcome back for S&S Pigskin Picks. Doing a little week one prognostications, predictions, throwing out some ideas that we got for everyone. What is up, Cher? You ready to rock and roll with a little bit of NFL?
Ready to rock. Got my Eagles green. I got my Eagles. Let's do this. Let's run it right back. We're the class of the league. Let's face it.
You rep it well.
And everyone else has to try and take us down. I know we'll be a little bit tired from all the extra interviews and all the extra commercials and everything like that. And, every running back that's, gotten close to the 2,000-yard mark the next year, they've just been battered and bruised. Of course, they've had a million touches. They're the focal point of every game. But Saquon Barkley, he's different. I know he's on the Madden cover. That's another curse. I think he's just different. I think he's going to prove everybody wrong. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. They won't hand him the ball as many times. Maybe just a 2% fewer or something. Maybe if he's tired but no, I think it's going to be great. So I just cannot wait to be the first one in how many years, knock on wood, to NFC East 2 years in a row.
Well, they're opening the season. They're opening the season facing Dallas at home. Obviously, be pumped for that. I'm pretty sure they get their Super Bowl rings that night. And they're laying 7 points, I believe, week one.
The new rings are unbelievable. They got wings that come out. Oh, just crazy.
I saw the wings. I was just like, wow, how does that work? Like, do they flap out, or do they do you click them in, click them out, or something? Or I don't know. They look pretty cool, right? But it's like a Lego or some shit. But yeah, man, they ran it. They ran through the champs, and KC was trying to go for their three-peat. I think a lot of people forget that. So Philadelphia is the defending champs. I got to go 3 NFL Week 1 leans for you, Jer. I know you got the same for me. Let's see if we got any overlap. First team I like is Houston +3 at the Rams. I think Houston will be pumped up and ready to go. I think the Rams, I know they added Devontae Adams, but I think they'll be a little bit banged up coming into the season. I expect their defense to take a small step back. Nothing major, but I mean, they had a really out of nowhere year last year for their rookies and their their draft picks. So
the sophomore jinx is real.
Are getting well stocked. And the Texans got rid of Stephon Diggs, and that looks like to be a good thing, right? Stephon Diggs definitely looks like to be a cancer, right? So
the locker room,
I think Tank Dell will be he won't be back, but
yeah, it's tough, right?
You think CJ Stroud will be more like his first year? You think Stroud will be more like his first year or second year?
Yeah, these Week 1 games. Always tough. Yeah, no, if they get over that sophomore jinx, he's tight though. He's one of the good ones. He's the future.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it as pretty even teams on paper. I'm getting 3 points, so I mean, if the Rams do end up winning by 3, I think at the worst I can get a push. I don't see the Rams winning by a touchdown, so give me 3 points with the Texans. Also, I like Indy +1. I was not a big fan of Richardson, as you know, but for some reason, I just see Daniel Jones coming out of nowhere and actually having a pretty reasonable season, and maybe not being their future, but he'll be the starter, I think, predominantly this year, kind of like a Flacco role out of nowhere. And they were saying
there's a lot of weapons over there
to Trevor Lawrence.
Why not?
Yeah, Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a stud running back, and you got Pittman and a few other receivers there. And I mean, they always have a pretty good winning tradition in Indy. I just don't trust Miami on the road laying points. Like, who the hell's Miami to be laying points, right? Like, I mean, they had probably one of the most disappointing years, don't you think, last year?
Yeah,
The
no, coming off
Dolphins?
a disappointing season and having a long off season and having that extra energy could go a long way. But
Yeah.
yeah, Miami's not generally great on the road. Lucas Oil I believe, is inside, right?
Yeah, it's dome.
So
Yeah. And I think it'll be
it's
emotional.
yeah,
It'll be the first game since the owner passed away as well, right? Ursay?
yeah. So they'll want to do it. They want to win one for the owner too. So yeah, I
I
do.
think so.
I like it. Yeah, I think there could be a surprise this
And
year.
I think you and me might be on different sides of this one, but I actually like Paul Steelers minus the 3 week 1 against the Jets. It's a revenge game for Aaron and a revenge game um, for Justin Fields as well, right? So it's kind of like it's tough to go against, but I don't know why. I'm excuse me. I'm buying the Steelers Kool-Aid this year, but who knows,
Well,
right? I just see them having a solid running game, and Aaron making some decent throws here and there, but
yeah,
defense being
Pittsburgh's
improved.
defense is,
Who knows?
it's always top notch. So you're good there. Like you're
Mm,
thinking, Pittsburgh's not going to give up more than 20 too many times. That being said,
yeah,
I think if the Jets defense, wherever they're at, I'm loving the Jets 3.5. If I can just buy that half a point, if it doesn't get to there,
yeah,
but I think people are leaning Pittsburgh, so I think I'll get it anyways. The 3.5, I really like. I
probably.
see them losing by a field goal. In the end,
Yeah,
maybe 20-17, something like that.
right.
So yeah, I do.
I
I
mean,
like the Jets to start off my
it's.
picks. I definitely go with
I
them.
think Pittsburgh is one of the first teams, I believe, that got rid of their leading passer, leading rusher, and leading receiver. So Russell Wilson's gone, Najee Harris is gone, and George Pickens is gone, right? But I think they got a couple of young
It looks
guys,
good
Roman
though.
Wilson, and a few other guys who can fill in for Pickens because he's more of a deep threat or nothing type of guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And apparently he showed up late to one game last year. I think it was the Christmas game against Kansas City or something like that. He actually showed up
Yeah.
late to a game. So they got rid of him. I just think Pittsburgh will have I mean, they have more of a culture, I think, right now than the Jets. Jets have a new coach, new quarterback. Brees Hall, I think he's going to be healthy. Who knows? Garrett Wilson got the bag. Um, and yeah, I don't know what else they've been doing in the draft as much, but I mean, both teams are kind of disappointing, but they both have pretty decent fan bases. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's like
Any chance to
even
take the home dog too, right? Any
even
chance to
love.
take the home dog in 3 or three
Yeah,
and
you
a
get three
half?
points.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna take it. And I also really
I was
love the
surprised.
Washington Commanders.
I was surprised
Yeah, I really love the Washington
Okay.
Commanders. I think
At home.
the hype's gonna, at least last a few weeks. I think they're gonna start out winning. And the Giants are a perfect team to pick on. I know they did improve slightly over the
Yeah,
offseason, but I just don't see it. I think they're going to continue their
defensively, yes. Yeah.
domination. Yeah, continue their domination over the Giants, just like the most of the division has. And yeah, so I really
You're not
like
worried
that
about
one.
Russell Wilson?
No, not
You're
at
not
all.
dangerous? Okay. Okay.
Like if he can connect with Neighbors, cool. Can Neighbors win the entire game? Maybe Neighbors can get 3 touchdown passes and the defense can somehow, shut down Jaden Daniels, but I don't think so. I see Washington winning by at least 10. So I really like that one.
What about the Giants getting
And
what about the Giants getting your guy Scattaboo in the draft?
We'll see
Arizona
if
State,
he.
one of those
We'll see
short,
if we even
stumpy white
see
guys.
him. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll see him in a trick play or something like that. Or I really don't see him making too much of an impact right away. But you never know. Guys go down, they get hurt, and you get your chance. And then if you run like you hate the grass and get 200 yards your first game, then that's it. You're in there and you're not going anywhere. So and
he's a try hard guy.
Like usual, we
Washington,
do
obviously.
differ from time to time, and we do go opposite. And before I even hopped on here,
that's what makes it fun.
I was thinking the Rams.
Yeah.
I was thinking the Rams. I think that they're going to win most of their home games.
Yeah.
And I wasn't just thinking about Houston too much. Just the fact that they're going to be at home. I think they're going to play hard. I know their defense did come out of nowhere last year, but I think I think they're going to hold it down at home. It might be close, like you say, 3 points. You could get the push there, but I do also see them maybe winning, by 4 or more. So that's my other pick is the Los Angeles Rams to hold it down at home.
Yeah, I think that'll be one of the evening games that's highlighted. I was also looking at the Packers. Why are the Packers favored by 2.5 over the Lions?
Well,
does that surprise you?
No, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. You've seen what it did to Philly after they went the Super Bowl and they lost both their coordinators. So the bookies just want to see what they got. Right? They want to see okay, let's see if it's the same old Lions putting up 30-something, putting up 40 burgers, then they'll go back to being favored. They'll go back to being double-digit favorites over these weak teams, and in no time, they just don't know what they got.
But either the bookies think that Packers win by 10 because teasing up the Lions over a touchdown seems like a no-brainer, right? And if you can maybe tease up Ravens over a touchdown too, I think that's got to be a pretty favorable teaser there. You get Ravens over a touchdown and Lions. Pretty solid teams, right? I think one of those two teams wins straight up.
Oh, for sure. Buffalo's, they gotta put up a shut this year. So I believe they're gonna come out firing. And how better to start the year off and beat one of the top contenders, Baltimore, maybe even shut down Derrick Henry, get him under 100 yards and just get their 3 touchdown passes or whatever. Josh Allen with 3, whatever. If he runs in 3 or runs in 2 and throws 1, whatever, and just win a close one, maybe 21-17 or something like that. I like that. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the Vikings and Bears game Monday night? It's basically a pick 'em spread. Obviously, Vikings are coming in with the new rookie quarterback. Bears are somewhat new look offense, but I kind of lean Minnesota here. You know what I mean? They had a pretty solid year last year.
I think whoever has the better running
Bears
game
at home
that night is gonna take it. So I'm not sure who Minnesota is running with this year at the running back position, but I believe that whoever gets their 100-yard rusher that game is pretty well going to win it.
I believe it's Aaron Jones still.
Aaron Jones, yeah. Give me
it's Aaron Jones still, right? So
give me Minnesota, man. I just don't see Ben Johnson clicking that fast after the partial disaster that was his rookie season.
Getting a lot of hype, bro.
Never mind the sophomore jinx.
Getting a lot of hype. I know,
no,
we're getting
tons.
a lot of hype, and I'm like, I know Vikings. Yeah.
Whoever has the better running game to lean on, I believe will take it. Get that play action, fakes, going and not get sacked. And
what are your thoughts on Kansas City Chargers? Right after the Cowboys Eagles game on Thursday, we get a little Friday Chargers game. I believe that's the Brazil game.
It'd be huge if
only
the Chargers
2.5 point favorites. Is that
if they could come out and win that first game, put the Chiefs kind of in their place, put them on notice in the division, possibly. That'd be huge
I
for,
honestly,
Cam-
I honestly think this is a good thing for the Chargers because Kansas City would have more. They would have more fans at their whatever SoFi Stadium from Kansas City there, right? But now this is in Brazil, so I think they have a chance to kind of like even out the fan support. So
definitely.
I think, yeah, you're right. I think this is a prime opportunity for the Chargers. I think Kansas City might be looking ahead to week 2. We know what happens week 2. Rematch,
There's more
Super
pressure on
Bowl,
Kansas City, right,
right?
than the Chargers. The Chargers basically got nothing to lose. They're supposed to lose. It's the Chiefs, like, right? They get
Yeah.
whooped every year by them. They play them twice a year. So yeah, definitely nothing to lose for the
So
Chargers. Just
definitely
get
tease
out
up the
there.
Chargers.
Oh yeah,
Tease up the Chargers over a touchdown, I think, is 100% no-brainer play there.
yeah.
What do you think about teasing the Broncos down to -1.5? They're -7.5 to the rookie Cam Ward and the Titans. Obviously, Titans had a terrible year last year. I mean, overall and against the spread, like they were horrible. So Denver -1.5 and maybe Chargers +8.5.
Who does Tennessee got at the running back position? I hate to sound like a broken record. Is it Rico Dowdle? Didn't they
I think it's
sign him or something?
Yeah, I think they signed him, but I also think they have like a rookie as well.
Because
They
again,
drafted.
two really good defenses. Tennessee was the most underrated defense in the league last year. Their numbers were great. They just couldn't win.
Mhm.
They just couldn't get over the hump and win. That being said, I think this is going to
Well,
be
they
a
had
really close
Will
game.
the Thrill, right?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really close game.
Okay.
And whoever gets that 100-yard rusher, again, whoever sets up, has a strong running game and can set up that play action, I think is going to win this hit because both defense, like Denver's defense, just gets better and better every year. It seems like they get younger all the
It does.
time. So
I mean, Tennessee
that being said, I'd probably go with Denver.
Tennessee could ruin
But
some.
you look Tennessee,
You think Tennessee?
maybe.
I mean, some
You never
survivor
know.
pools could be ruined by Tennessee in that game. You know what I mean? And speaking of survivor pools, I'm thinking about doing one this year on the show with you. So we take one team each week. Once you
Nice.
take them, you can't take them again. And obviously, if the pick loses, you're out. But yeah, I was thinking of just doing a little friendly survivor pool, and yeah, something little tidbit to add to the
Sweet.
show,
You're fun.
right? Right, because we already do our 3 picks: gold, silver, and bronze. We do our underdog of the week. We do our teaser if we have one, which we usually do, and then we could also add in a little survivor pick, right? And survivor is really huge, right? So we can dip our
Yeah,
toes
everyone
in,
loves
and
it. Yeah, I'm hearing nothing but
you know,
comments from different people. If I talk to them about
well,
football,
there's
they're always in a survivor pool.
well, Circa has a huge survivor pool, and I think last year it was like a 12-way split or some shit. It got down to like the last week, and there was 12 people, and then they just split it up and said, "Fuck it, let's just take our." Yeah, they didn't want
All
to risk
lost.
because like I think they had all like the
Uh,
same teams left pretty much, and they were just kind of like, yeah, I mean, you got to map out the teams and the bye weeks and stuff like that. But I think it's a fun little thing to add in.
yeah.
And I mean, there's something like that in golf as well, where one and done. You take a golfer and you can't take him again for the rest of the year, type thing, right? And just accumulate whoever has the most cash. I'm thinking about doing that on the golf show with Paulie there, but yeah. So those are some week 1 leans against the spread, some teasers, maybe maybe a money line parlay down the road as we get closer to the year. I think it's under 50 days already, Jer. I'm getting excited. I mean,
Ooh.
before you know it,
Yeah, I love it.
training
Love
camp,
it.
we're gonna
Can't wait
have
to see Seattle. What Seattle does. I'm really curious. Kind of that whole
yeah.
NFC West story. Will Arizona ever get over the hump here? I hope Kyler, I would like to see him have a run to the NFC Championship and get beat by the
I agree.
Eagles in a battle of the birds. Love to see that.
Honestly, I can see Arizona improving this year because it's pretty much defense with them. We know Kyler can move the ball. James Conner, I mean, he's not a young thoroughbred speedster, but he's still solid. And they got Marvin Harrison. He bulked up. He's not the twig that he was last year. So I think a lot of teams. I think okay, I wanted to get your prediction for best team in the NFL record wise and worst team. Who do you think will have the best record and who do you think will have the worst?
My Eagles, best in the league.
Fly Eagles fly. Okay.
14
And who's gonna have the
and
worst
3.
record? Who's gonna have the worst record in the NFL?
Sorry, Giants. It's gonna happen again.
Oh, wow.
Jackson Dart's gonna take the reins in week 8, and he will go 4-4 or 4-5. Still some promise. People are gonna love to watch him cook, but he's still not gonna be. He's gonna be thrown in the middle of the year. Wilson's done. I don't even think he'll play next year. And Giants go like
a couple of weeks.
Giants go like 3-14.
The odds are favoring Cleveland and New Orleans to be the worst teams. I think, New Orleans probably on paper, like you have no quarterback. Kamara's getting a little bit older. They don't really have any star receivers.
Well, that division's so up and down though. Like you can, like Tampa Bay can be 5-0 going into play New Orleans and they'll fucking lose, right? So I don't really see. I see New Orleans. I see New Orleans getting 5 wins or 6 wins. Here and there, random teams. Kellen Moore kind of figuring it out. Maybe Shug throwing the ball a little bit better and just kind of they got some good receivers. They got a good defense. No, I think Cleveland's got a really good defense too. I just don't see them.
They got Myles Garrett right away, right?
Yeah. And, no, the Giants. I think the Giants will suffer again, and they'll get another great pick and maybe change their trajectory from there. I'm not really sure, but Giants.
Who knows, man? Cleveland could get Shedeur starting week 4 or 5, and he brings the magic, and everyone jumps on the Shedeur bandwagon, and he should have gone first round. Anything can happen in Cleveland, right? We know they've had no luck. New Orleans, I don't see anything. I kind of see them tanking for maybe Arch. You know what I mean? His grandfather played for the Saints. They're all familiar with
I understand that
organization.
But there's so many connections there. Would he want to play for the Titans? That connection. Would he want to play for? I know they just got Ward. No, I know, but Cleveland, there's so many connections there. Like, would he want to stay in Texas and play for the Cowboys? Maybe they get rid of Dak. One more bad year, that's it. Okay. Get rid of that contract. There are a few places. There are a few places where he can go, and I guess
I'm actually I'm thinking about taking Arch and his Texas Longhorns week 1 of college in Ohio State. Big matchup. So anybody out there, circle that game. I believe they're plus 2.5. So hoping to get them plus 3. It's going to be a huge matchup. But let's do an over under for the wins total for each team. We'll do that show, and then we're just going to creep up closer and closer. And we got more football action here on Sandman Sports. SNS Pigskin Picks are signing out. Later, everyone.
Peace.